Hi folks, this is Benny Hull, the old stump bumper, your host of the Southern Sportsman. Our show has been here since 1986. We welcome you to come along with the old stump bumper in search of exciting TV footage that is suited for the whole family. We'll show you how to catch them and how to put them in the boat. Now let's see what our adventure is all about today. Thanks folks for joining up the old stump bumper here today on our adventure. We're going to be fishing the Tennessee River for part of the program. In the second part of the program, we're going to be on a small river. You know, these small rivers coming into the big rivers, a lot of time make some good fishing in the fall, winter, and spring. So don't ever pass that up. We'll be sharing some tips with you on that bite. I believe it's the highway he's running, see? I think it's the highway he's running. I stuck him, I think he took off. Yeah, it's a hybrid. Hybrid and smallmouth, we'll take them both home, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, pretty hybrid. Pretty hybrid. Come here. Whew. Rock hybrid. Right here at daybreak. Wow.
Pretty fish.
Good way to get the morning started, son.
Yeah.
We're extra smallmouth. We'll take these hybrids in between, keep us warmed up. We went from summertime last week to winter this morning. It's about 40 degrees, 38 to 40 degrees. This fall time, cold weather bites getting ready to start, folks. Let's move up, Dave. See if we can get old brown fish now. Folks, anytime you're on a river like the Tennessee River and you got these smaller rivers coming on the tributaries, it's good to fish these rivers in the fall as well as the spring for smallmouth and spots, white bass, big stripers. Everything's up in these little rivers in the fall months and winter months, just like in the spring. I'm going to be throwing this boat leaf flutter spoon. That thing swims just like a shad minnow. I'm going to be fishing these small rivers with part of the day. Let me show you how I got that thing rigged, that boat leaf flutter spoon. And small rivers, folks, a lot of times in the fall time as good as they are in the spring for smallmouth, largemouth, stripes, and white bass. Everything runs these little rivers that comes into the big main rivers. I've got a shock leader on here with my Beaujolais number 3 Beaujolais flutter spoon and a swivel, of course, onto your main line and your weight. Now these weights, these with the wings on each end, are a lot better than split shots. And when you clamp this one here, wrap that around it about twice, and then clamp this in that way to keep them that sinker slipping with, be there stationary. So you want a shock leader just a little bit larger than your main leader. And one thing I do sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it pays off to put some spike chartreuse spike, because you know how well fish like chartreuse. Well, sometimes if they're slow on this lure, or if you're not getting the bite you want, a lot of times I've seen it where you can put chartreuse spike it, just dip it, it dries real quick. Just stick it in there about that far down and take it out, and it'll be dry in about 2 minutes. And that looks good and always works good with that red blood hook. Got your red blood hook with the white spoon. It all works together real well. So I'm going to throw this thing here a few times up in this river and see if there's some smallmouth. We catch a lot of smallmouth in here at different times of year, in the spring and in the fall as well. So I haven't tried this year, but I'm going to throw it some up in this area that I'm in right now and see what happens. This kind of fishing, just always throw it in the middle of the river. You just want to hop this lure this time of year. Let it go on the settle. Just hop it along and raise it up and let it fall. Raise it up and let it fall. If they don't hit that way, just go ahead and pull it straight. Just swim it straight. And one reason I like to hop it, because this time of year they're feeding real heavy on shad minnows. And there's a lot of shad minnows in the waters falling down wounded because of the white bass, largemouth, smallmouth are in these schools of shad cutting them, and they're falling to the bottom. They cut them with their gill. They got a gill plate they cut them with, and they fall into the bottom. This emulates a wounded shad falling. There he is. I was standing there talking, and he like took it out of my hand. Come on, big guy. Here he comes. Man, that is a chunk right there, Dave. That is a chunk. Man, what a nice morning. Come on, sweet little. He's not ready to come. Look at that thing. He's going down under the boat, around the boat. Golly, bump. I mean, I can't turn him, Dave. Here he comes, son. Come on, big guy. That's a beautiful fish right there, baby. That's a beautiful fish right there. All right. All right. Old Bogie. Bogie Lee. Bogie Lee Fleur Spoon. Man.
Mm-hmm.
10 pound to 8 pound, you pull them down deep. You pull them down 15 feet. So I also throw these up in the middle of the rivers, the small rivers this time of year. And like I say, as well as the banks, but a lot of times I just fish them right down the middle. Just give it a hard jerk, get it started. It's beautiful in these little rivers in the fall time. I'll tell you what, you can't beat it. And I use exclusively, I use spinning tackle for whatever I'm fishing for. You can, it's so much versatile, and you can find a fish so much better. There's just no comparison to a casting reel. I even use the spinning reels for spinner baits, anything. I cut my teeth on the spinning reel with my dad when I was just a little kid, and I've always stayed with it. He's always said that. Said, son, the spinning reel is it. There's a little sandbar runs off this point right here. I always get a fish right in there. There he is, sure enough. He nailed it. Come on, Paula. Come on, Paula. Come on, Paula. Here he comes up, Dave. Oh, I believe it's as big as that other one, I swear. If it's not as big, goodness gracious. Come on, baby. I swear, he ain't much smaller. See how bronze that one is from that other one? That's the reason we call some of them bronze backs, folks. That's a bronze back. Some of them are tigers, some of them are bronze backs, and some of them are old brown fish. Come on there, baby. Come on, Papa.
Be careful that plug.
Yeah, he's sucking teeth. Oh, man. Look at that thing now, Dave. That's a pretty smallie there now.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't quite as big as the other one, but he's a good fish. He's a dandy.
Beautiful.
Hot Lips Express scores again. And always be careful of that second set of hooks, because he'll get them in their gills there and it'll kill them. Old bronze back. Go back to the deep, I tell you what. Dadgummit, it's getting dark. That rain's coming in. Just about the time we get started. We didn't get to leave till late from the house. So I'll tell you what, Dave, we'll come back here in a day or two. After this rain gets through here and this front gets settled down. If a front comes through, folks, wait about 2 days and the bite will be back on. But don't fish a day after a front when everything, the barometer's crazy. You waste your time. Wait about 2 days. Even 3 days. If it's a cold wintertime, strong front, I'll wait 3 days. Folks, I'm going to take a little break here and share something with you that people don't use anymore that much. These old style plugs that's been around since the 30s, like the Spent Scout, for example, is real deadly. Got rattlers in it. It runs about 2 foot under the water. That is real deadly, especially when you're around stumps and brush. One of the best baits you can use. People don't use them that much anymore, but they've been around since the 30s. Here's another plug that's been around since the 30s. It's deadly. Probably one of the best bass catchers you'll ever see. I was Steve Daniels using this one down on Okeechobee. He uses it a lot on Okeechobee. And that is a deadly bass bait right there as well. A nippy ditty. I caught an alligator on it. Here's its teeth mark right here. It wasn't a big one, probably 5 feet long. But he chomped down on that thing. I was off from the bank, it was really dust dark. Me and Steve was fishing. I threw in there, I thought it was a log and it was an alligator. When that thing hit the water, wham, he grabbed that thing. I played him all the way into the boat there for a while and then he just spit it out. But that's a wood plug. And here's another old time devil horse. It's an excellent plug. Good top water plug. That one, the nippy ditty, probably one of the best around. They will outfish buzz baits or any other bait you want to throw. This one right here will, and also the nippy ditty. Now on this Spent Scout I showed you, one time I was down on the Stick Marsh in Middle Florida. I was down there with me and David with Don Watson, and our guide had us fishing with big shiners, or gold shiners they call them. We're just getting a bass every now and then. And I noticed we was in real shallow water. That lake's real shallow and a lot of stumps. I put this thing on, or one like it, and started bouncing off those stumps and snaking 5 to 6 to 7 pound bass in right and left. And our guide couldn't even believe it because it was in July and he didn't think we'd be catching anything much anyway. But he said, I'll guarantee you one thing, my boat's gonna have Spent Scouts in it from now on. But Don had him one over and he'd get the bass, I'd get a bass just back and forth with a Spent Scout. It bumps against those stumps, it won't hang. When you hit a stump, you hit a stump, it stops, wham! I mean, they knock it. The Spent Scout. I'm gonna start sharing some baits with you. That's just my first in a series here. These 3 here on this smallmouth trip. And appreciate you folks joining up with us. We're gonna throw in the towel, it's about noon. And keep that in mind when you're smallmouth fishing. It's not like a lot of other sport fishing for fatheads or other type bass or whatever. By 10 o'clock the bite is over. When you see us out here on the river catching smallmouth, generally I catch them from daylight to about 10 and the bite's pretty well gone. So you might as well go to the house. But be out there early, stay to about 10, 11, 12 o'clock, 12 at the most. Now if it's a dark, rainy, real messy day, you can catch them along all day long. Especially winter time when you got a drizzling cold rain or sleeting or snowing or something like that, that's even better. But if you got a dark, rainy day, slow rain, they'll hit along just about all day. But a bright, sunny day, by 10 o'clock you might as well go to the house. So that's what we're doing on this trip. And the other day of the trip I did with Big Jim Rhodes from Sportsman Warehouse, that's what we did. We did a smallmouth show on up the river a couple weeks ago, and we had all our fish by 10 o'clock. But appreciate you joining up, old sun bumper. Thanks a lot. I'll see you in the woods or on the water. You be water, don't get no better. Hey folks, this is Beanie Ho, the old stump bumper, thanking you for watching the Southern Sportsman. And remember, make a boy or girl happy and take them hunting and fishing. And I'll see you on the water. And let's all fight against water pollution.